So guys, I was asked whether I think Manny Pacquiao and Adrein Broner will do big numbers on Showtime pay-per-view. Listen, I think obviously Manny Pacquiao is one of the biggest stars that we've had in boxing for the last, you'd probably say last 10, 15 years, alongside Mayweather. Obviously Mayweather's the biggest star, you know, the amount of money he earns, but Pacquiao as a star and as a boxer, he's up there with Mayweather. He's obviously a massive draw, known all over the world. He's probably, in my opinion, up there with Mayweather as, you know, one of the most popular fighters out there. He's known worldwide. Great fighter, had a great career. So obviously, you know, there's going to be a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans that buy the fight. It's probably, what, $90 Showtime pay-per-view. Broner's obviously got his fans. I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Pacquiao, but he's still got his fans. I think a lot of his fans have probably disappeared, and because of the fact that Broner's not lived up to expectations. He's lost a couple of fights, and people have realised that this guy's not as good as what, you know, he was made out to be. But nevertheless, he's still he still achieved decent, big things in the sport. Broner, you know, he's a 4-weight world champion. Obviously, I think he's been matched well for him to get that kind of record. Although because against the elite guys, I just don't think he would win, you know, the way he fights. But props to Broner, he's done what he's had to do. But do I think Manny Pacquiao and Adrein Broner will do big numbers on Showtime pay-per-view? I don't think so. I generally don't think so. I think there's other big fights out there now that people are a lot more interested in. I don't think Manny Pacquiao is the fighter he once was. I don't think he's a draw he once was. And I think it's him that's really going to be pulling up the numbers. I think it's a good fight. But I don't think, from a competitive standpoint, I think people know, majority of the people know who's going to win this fight. When there's a fight that does big numbers, it's because of the competitive nature of the fight as well. Unless you have two massive superstars like Mayweather and McGregor, that was just a freak show which did big numbers. But usually when people buy, when there's a big pay-per-view fight and it does big numbers, usually it's because of the people are tuning in to see the how competitive. Nobody knows who's going to win. You know, is Pacquiao going to win? Is Broner going to win? That's not the case in this fight. I think most people know who's going to win the fight. If someone was to ask me, would I buy if you know, I was a fan and, you know, I'm a hardcore boxing fan, would I buy Pacquiao Broner for $90? I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. It's not worth it, in my opinion. You know, why would you pay $90 to watch Pacquiao v Broner? It's ridiculous. It's too much. It won't do big numbers. It just won't. I just can't see it. I'll be shocked if this does more than, what, 200,000-300,000 buys. I'd be shocked. And you're looking at one of the biggest stars that we've had in boxing for the last 15-20 years in Pacquiao, not being able to do big numbers because I just don't think the fight's that big. And I think Canelo is now going to be fighting on DAZN, and there's other fighters going down that route. The pay-per-view side of things is just going to be killed unless they change the pay-per-view price hands right, and I think they might do. I think the pay-per-view price is going to change in America, and I think a lot of American fans are now going to get prices that are a lot cheaper because it's ridiculous. $80, $90 a pay-per-view, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't make any sense, especially when now there's streaming services in America, DAZN, ESPN, you know, Fox, that they're coming. It's just not going to happen for Showtime now. And I think Bob Arum's right. Showtime might be next to leave boxing because they're not a boxing channel. They're not there for boxing or even sport. They have other things going on. Showtime. So I don't think Pacquiao Broner does big numbers. I wouldn't pay $90 if I was in America for that fight. You know, I don't know how much people are earning in America, but $90 is probably somebody that's probably more than average of what people are earning in that a day. So you're talking about $90. Someone might be earning that a day, and you're having to pay that as for a boxing fight. It's ridiculous. It's too much money. And that's just my take on it, guys. I don't think Pacquiao Broner does big numbers. If you think otherwise, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. And then, guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.